This is a University of Otago podcast.
Hi everyone. Today we will study lesson 10, consonant sandhi. Remaining sandhi rule. Here is the chart for the sandhi rule for final T, N, and M. You see from this chart, final letter of first word is T or N or M. And initial letter of second word is as follows, such as vowels, ga, ja, cha, da, da, and etc. And the combination between sandhi, word by word, will come to in this chart. And also this one. You can see from the written red book of Sanskrit paradigm, page 62 and 63 over here. And you can see from this one, T, T, and the combination sandhi between the other words, and N here, and also M. This is 62. Another one is 63. It is T and N and M. So let's see the rule of each consonant sandhi. Many of the changes on this chart occur because the last letter of the first word is getting ready to say the first letter of the next word. This rule, which often involves changes of voicings, is called regressive assimilation. The prior sound is assimilated. There are a few additional rules which are used less often. They are discussed in lesson 18. We study in second semester. There are no sandhi changes if the first word ends in a vowel, excluding ha and ma, and the second word begins with a consonant. In the past, Sanskrit manuscripts and inscriptions did not have any breaks between words, sentences, or paragraphs. As you see from this picture, this is alphabet Devanagari in the scripture, sometimes for bark of the tree, and it's right continuously, no break. But fortunately, modern editions have introduced some spaces between words. In most modern texts and in your textbook, Devanagari words are separated as much as possible without changing how they are written and without adding a virama. Virama is end or pause. Virama is the mark after the alphabet, such as ka. If you write here, this is virama, so you will pronounce k. Such as if you write this, you read kaka. But if you write this, virama, it will be kak. Here are the cases that result in a break between words. After the sandhi has been applied, there is a break in the Devanagari between words when the first word ends in a vowel which includes ha and ma. For example, Lamaha kachati. When you sandhi, it will be Lamo kachati. Wow, o. And we will separate between the words of Devanagari, Lamo kachati. Lamaha pruchati. It will be Lamaha pruchati. The same ha. And Lamam kachami. Change ma to anuswara m dot, ramam kachami. If the first word ends in a vowel and the second word begins in a vowel, and together they form a new vowel, then there can be no break in Devanagari or Roman script, such as Bhava Arjuna combined to one word to Bhava Arjuna. Now let's study Sandhi Lu for final N, consonant Sandhi. We will learn the Sandhi Lu for when the first word ends in N. In the majority of cases, it remains unchanged. The chart in the next slide contains Lu in which N change. You can see from this one. Compare with the chart page 205 in the book of Humanities. You can find the chart and the Sandhi Lu that will be changed. One by one, we will study the Lu and explain you the chart by the first one. Sandhi Lu for final one, you see the final letter end of the first word, and the second word begin with cha or sha, then change to amscha, and end plus ta, change to amsta, and end plus ta, so change to emstata and emstata. If you see from this chart again, come to this chart. This is Lu number 1. N change to emsha, emsha, emsta, emsha, and emsa, together with cha, sha, ta, and ta. This is Lu number 1. Lu number 2. So please let's see example for number 1. Lu number 1. Devanja. So Sandhi to Devamscha. Asuran Chayayam. So Sandhi to Ashulam Chayayam. Nalupan Tatra. Change to Nalupam Satatra. You can make a break in Roman alphabet, but in Devanagari, write in one word, Nalupam Satatra. This is Lu number 1. Lu number 2. N plus J, JH, cha, and S that sha, sibilant. So change N to ya, and the same. Sometimes you can change sha, S that can change to ch, sha, such as tan, sha, trun. So we will sandhi and combine to tan, sha, trun or tan, sha, trun. Another one, Devan Jayati. So change N to Ya. It will be Devan Jayati. This is Lu number 2. If you see from the chart, this is Lu number 1. Lu number 2 is this one. 1, 2, and 3. Change N to Ya. Change N to Ya. And change N to ya. And you can change S that to ch. This is Lu number 2. Let's see Lu number 3. Sandhi Lu for final N. N together with da or daha, d dot and or dh dot. So change N to N dot, such as Mahan plus Dhammaraha. So we will be Mahan Dhammaraha, as Devanagari here. Mahan Dhammaraha. You see from the chart, this is Lu number 3. N to N dot, N to N dot, following with D dot, DH dot. So it will be number 1, rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3 over here. Rule number 4, N following with L, the first letter of the foreign word is L, so change AL to ML, ML, that is Devan Lokeshu. Devan Lokeshu, it will be Devam Lokeshu, M and LL Lokeshu. So from the chart, you see from this one, N change to ML. This is number 4. Number 5, the foreign exchange N to NT. N to NT, so it will be Tan Sahate will change to Tan Sahate or Tan Sahate. From the this one will be N or NT. So this rule number 5. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If the following before N is short, if the vowel before N is short and following word begin with vowel, so N become double N, and also N above dot to ng, and N under dot become N dot, such as Atistan, an. A is short vowel, so following with A, vowel, atra, so become Atistanatra, Atistanatra. This is rule number 6. The next Sandhi rule for final T. When the first word ends in T, in the majority of cases, it remains the same if the following letter is unvoiced, and it changes to D if the following letter is voiced. So see the example that follow the letter from this chart. You can see this is unvoiced, no change, unvoiced, no change, unvoiced, no change, except for this one and this one. We'll explain you later in the next slides. Sandhi rule for final T. Rule number 1. When the following words begin with C or T, so you can change T to C or J. Okay, again, when the following word begin with the consonant set ja, C-A, ja, you can change T to C or J. See from this chart, you can say change T to C and change T to C, following with ja, cha. And you can change T to J and J over here if the following begin with J, ja, and cha. So C, C, J, J. The next one, when the following begin with ya, you can change T to ya or ja. See from the chart, you change T to ya or T to ja. Following with the first word is ya here. And the last one, when the following word begin with sha, is that you change T, change to C or CH. S that will change to CH. Just see from this one. Change T to C and change S that to CH. Ja, sha. Here. Let's see example. Lamat ja. Combine or sandhi with T will be Lamat ja. Lamat shalam will be Lamat jalam. Lamat shatram will be Lamat shatram. Mean change T to C and change S that to CH. Cha. This is rule number 1 for sandhi T. Rule number 2. Change T to T dot or D dot when the foreign word begin with consonant instead ta. You can see from this chart. Change T to T dot if the foreign begin with T dot, TH dot, ta, ta. This one, ta, ta. And change T to D dot if the foreign begin with D dot or DH dot over here. So this is rule number 2. And when the foreign word begin with N dot, T can change to D dot or N dot. See from this chart, if the foreign is begin with N dot, T can change to D dot or N dot here. Let's see example. Lamat ta will be Lamat ta. Lamat da will be Lamat da. This is rule number 2. Now let's see rule number 3. Change T to D when the foreign word begin with voice consonant. Let's see. When the foreign word begin with voice consonant, change T to D, such as this one, voice consonant D, 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 and also this one D, DH, B, BH. This all consonant, so change T to D. Another one, change T to N nga or D when the foreign word begin with nga. See from the chart, change to T to nga or the if the foreign word begin with nga in this one. And change T to D when the foreign word begin with na, N. Here, begin with N, then change T to the or na. See example, Karuhat Nayati. So will be Karuhan Nayati. Change T to N. Karuhan Nayati. Change T to D and change H to DH when the foreign word begin with S with ha. Such as Lamad Hastaha. It will be Lamad Dastaha. See from the chart, this one. Change T to D and change H to DH. Such as Lamad Hasta to Lamad Dasta. Now change T to L when the foreign word begin with L. Such as Lamat Labate. So will be Lamal Labate. See from the chart over here. L, following with L, so change T to L. Now, change T to D when the foreign word begin with vowel. So everyone, if the foreign word begin with vowel, so change T to D. Avadat eva, so change to avadat eva. Over here, you can see from the chart, for the foreign word begin with consonant vowel, everyone will change T to D. Now let's see Sandy rule for M. Sandy rule for M. You can see from the chart, page number 62 and 63 over here. This is the chart to see for final M. Then see the detail. Don't change M to M dot when it is the end of word or sentence, such as Samarati Devam. So M, no change. Kachati Kramam, M, the last one, no change. Don't change M to M dot when the following is vowel and put it together to one word. Kim plus atra. So it will be Kimmatra. Kara, Karam plus eva will be Karameva. No change and put to one word. Change M to M dot when the following word begin with a consonant, such as Tam Deva Karunam Loditi Maturam Hasati. So it means if the following words begin with any consonant, so we will have to change M to M dot. Like this example. Now, internal Sandhi rule M to M dot. Change M to M dot if the following word is consonant, such as Samdana will be Samdana. Change M to M dot. Samjaya, Alamkara, Samyama, Samsaukha, all change to M dot because the following is consonant. Any consonant, so change to M dot. Change M to the nasal of that set of consonant. You can change M to the nasal of that consonant, such as Samdana. Change M to M dot or change to N because N is the nasal of the set da, da, ta, da, da, na. Again, Samjaya will change to Sanjaya, ya is the nasal of ja. Samkhaya will change to Sankhaya, nga is the nasal of the set ka or Samkhaya. Alamkara will change to Alankara, nga is nasal of the set ka. This is rule for Sandhi of M consonant. And you can see from the chart in the red book, page 62 and 63. Now let's see pronouns. Pronouns are declined like noun. The table in next slide does not give the endings, but the entire first person pronoun. I, we, two, we, all. And the stem for pronoun for first person, for I, start from mat, singular, and asmat, plural, I and we. Please notice that the pronoun can be any gender. So it means pronoun can be masculine, feminine, and neuter. You see from this chart, this is all first person pronoun. Nominative aham, avam, vayam. Singular, dual, and plural. Accusative, me or us. Mam, avam, asman. In the bracket, ma, now, naha. Is sometimes we use mam, and sometimes we can use ma as accusative. Singular, noun, accusative dual, naha, plural, accusative. Instrumental, maya, avabayam, asmapihi. Dative, mahayam, avapayam, asmapayam, or may, now, naha. Ablative, mat, avapayam, asmat. Genitive, mama, avayoha, asmakam, or may, now, naha. Locative, mayi, avayoha, asmasu. This is first person pronoun I, we, and all the declension of the first pronoun. Here is the second person pronoun you. Tawat, singular, you. Yusmat, plural, you. Both are any gender. As you see from the second person of declension of the second person is Tawam, Yuam, Yuyam, nominative. Accusative, Tawam, Yuam, Yusman, or Twa, Wam, Waha. Instrumental, Twaya, Yuapayam, Yusmapi. Dative, Tupiyam, Yuapiyam, Yusmapiyam, or Te, Wam, Waha. Ablative, Tuat, Yuapiyam, Yusmat. Genitive, Tawa, Yuwayoho, Yusmakam, or Te, Wam, Waha. Locative, Tawayi, Yuwayoha, Yusmasu. And this is our the first person and second person pronoun. Let's see adjectives. Visheshana. Adjectives are considered nominal or noun form. They are declined like nouns. They are usually placed before the noun that they modify and agree with it in number, case, and gender. Let's see example. Sundara is beautiful. So when you want to modify adjective to noun, you put adjective before noun, kacha, elephant, and sundara before kacha will be Sundaro kacho kachati. Take out sandhi will be Sundaraha kachaha kachati. The beautiful elephant goes. Elephant, beautiful. So it will be beautiful elephant go. If a genitive is also modified a noun, the genitive goes closest to the noun. Such as when you translate this one, Sundaro nalupasya kacho kachati. Kacha means elephant. Nalupasya of the king. Sundara, beautiful. In this case, Sundara modify kacha because it is the same case, gender, and a number. It is kacha is nominative singular masculine, and this one also nominative singular masculine, so it will be the beautiful elephant of the king. Nalupasya is genitive. The beautiful elephant of the king goes. Kachati goes. But if you change from Sundara to Sundarasya, Nalupasya, kacho kachati. This sentence, Sundarasya, modify Nalupasya, but not modify kacha. So when you translate, you have to translate the Sundarasya Nalupasya, beautiful king, and Kasha, elephant. So it will be the elephant of the beautiful king goes. You see the difference between these two sentences? We change the case of adjective, and then we can know which noun that the adjective modify. First sentence, adjective modify Kasha. Second sentence, Sundara, adjective modify Nirupasya. So the translation is different. Another word, as. The verb as means verb to be, is MR. We have had another root that we have learned from our last classes, that pu or bhavati, which means verb to be too. The verb as is used to mean there is, and also function as a copula, such as ashwo asti or ashwaha asti, mean there is a horse. Ramo narupo shati, take out sandhi to Lamaha narupaha asti. It is Lama is the king. So this is another verb that is mean verb to be like pu or pavati. Here is the indicative, present indicative of us, and this is a declension of the verb as. As is a verb group 2. So when they decline in this chart, if you not like you have learned from lesson 3, 1, 2, 3, you have learned from the first group, that is ti, tas, anti, si, tas, ta, mi, was, mas, but it will be asti, sataha, santi, asi, sataha, sata, asmi, sawa, samaha. So this is another verb that is as, and we often use this verb together with pu. Sometimes we can use each one instead of as and pu. We can use in each one is correct, not different. And please see the vocabulary of this lesson. Vocabulary of lesson 10. You can see more vocabulary to the list. Ativa, very. Api, also too. And as verb is verb to be. Asmat, we. Aho, mean hey or aha, indicatable. Evam, thus, in this way. Gupita, angry. Tawat, you. Daumika, virtuous. Nama, by name, indicatable. Pronoun, again. Pita, afraid. Mat, I. Yusmat, you. Sundara, beautiful. So please do the exercise of lesson 10. Practice exercise 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and if you have time, please revise your vocabulary from summary sheet 136 to 140 of lesson 10. We have finished external sandhi, and next lesson, lesson 11, we will study internal sandhi. Hope you enjoy the sandhi rule, and please revise, memorize all of the sandhi rule together. See the chart from the red book. Thank you very much. Goodbye.